Okay, so we're going to start off with some curvy lines. We're going to do 2 rows of them. Try and keep the curves fairly consistent. Just makes it a little bit easier when you're drawing the pattern. When you're familiar with it, you can vary it around. What I'm looking for at this point is the point where this curve starts to transition to the next curve. So sort of it won't always be the halfway point if you've got a long curve, but you know, just where it starts to change, try and find that point, and you're going to cross over your lines there. Okay, so you're not going to draw that on. You could if you wanted to, I suppose, but you know, it should be fairly easy to pick. If you don't get it right, it doesn't matter. Just make sure all of your lines cross over wherever you do, otherwise it's going to look untidy. So make sure they all cross over at the same point, like that. Okay, next one. I'm trying this on my new drawing board, so which is quite comfortable, but I've had to get the right camera angle, so it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. Okay, again, concentrating a little bit. If you have to kind of curve it in to cross over and it looks a bit awkward, that's fine. It's going to kind of add to the pattern anyway, I think. All right, next we're doing our alternating crossing lines. So we follow the shape of the one above, and we've got to do a full S curve. Oops, squeaky chair in between there. Okay, like that. So that's a curve, full S curve, and back out. And you'll see they sort of follow like a pinwheel shape. Okay, so then we skip one and we do the next one. Oh, I must be sitting on my chair in the wrong way, just squeaking like mad. Okay, so let's now put the echo lines on there. Again, crossing over at that transition point. Okay, next one. Okay, so you can see I've gone a little bit low there. It's better if you can get it exactly all crossing over at the same point. Okay, so I've done my cross lines, skipping one line. We'll fill them in a minute. Next we're going to do the downwards one. And again, we have to do the curve at the start, sort of echo the shape of the pinwheel. And we've got to do another full S stroke in between each one. Okay, so coming in here, then a full S stroke down to the next, S stroke down to the bottom. Okay, so let's halo those again, trying to cross. If you get interrupted by another stroke, just lift up your pen, try and follow the direction so that it's going to look smooth, and you can do that by just lifting your pen and imagine that you're continuing that line along. Okay. This is when I think it starts to look cool, when you're sort of getting them all overlapping each other and, you know, touching and stuff. Okay, now we're doing our final stroke, which is the last ones in this direction, and we've got 2 to do. This time, because we've already filled in that middle one, we actually only have to do 1 curve, so it's not a full S shape in between each intersection. So we're just doing 1, because if we hadn't have done that line, it would have been a full S shape like that, but we've got that line in there, so following the curve of the previous one. So we've just got to go from here to here, then from there to there. Okay. Oops, stop there. And these are the ones where I think you can kind of make them a bit more dramatic, because this is your final line. You don't have to worry about not being able to see where you're going or crowding it up too much. You can fill in some of that extra space. Okay, what I like about this, because you're doing it in the layers, is these ones that we're doing now appear to be sitting further back in the design. Okay, this last one across here, so they're going in that direction. So remember, it's only one curve in between each of those intersections this time. Every other time it was two. This time it's just one. Okay, that's it. Easy stuff. See ya.